Let's talk about learning journals. The learning objective of this activity are to guide the participants to create a personal journal, to become aware of the way they learn the best, and to keep track of their learning process, to give words to what they have learned, to reflect on their learning by writing, to create a mind map with their main interests connected to the topic, and to set their learning objectives. What materials do you need as trainer or facilitator? Notebooks and colorful pens for each participant. A learning journal can have different formats and can be used in a variety of ways. The main idea is to give learners a tool to describe their learning and how they have learned. The greatest value in writing a journal is the fact that they sit down, think about what they have experienced and give words to it. It helps them to become aware of what they have learned. Another benefit of keeping track of their learning process is that they can refer back to previous experience and thoughts. It is a good way of remembering their learning. The learning journal can be a nice-looking notebook that you give to participants at the beginning of the training. People can carry their journals with them during the activities, make notes, and use those notes when talking to their peers. Invite learners to write their journal online as a personal blog. A blog can be kept strictly personal, or the participants can invite a selected group of readers, or they can share their learning with the whole world through a public blog. Each day, when the activities are completed, offer them the time to write in their learning journal how to use the journal in a more structured way. Ask your group members to create mind maps that will contain symbols and keywords that reflect their learning objectives and interests regarding the topic of the training course. How they are going to do that? In the center of one double journal paper, they will write their names, and afterwards, starting the center, will expand 3-4 categories or learning objectives and develop it as much as possible. For example, they can write one category, creativity, and develop subcategories such as brainstorming techniques, active listening, offering feedback, and so on. A daily 20-minute self-reflection time should be enough. However, if some of them request more, suggest them to use their free time to think in depth at their learning process, and if they feel the need, to share with one or two of their peers his or her learning journey. In the last day of the training course, they will have a very complex and detailed mind map that will help them to check if their individual and group learning objectives were reached. This activity will definitely guide them through the process of completing the Youth Pass certificate that is provided in any Erasmus Plus training course to all the participants.